The purpose of the GRIT Awards is to recognize small businesses throughout the state of Texas who have been resilient, and not just exhibited resilience, but are really exemplars of how to be resilient, models for other small businesses throughout the state.
So the GRIT Awards stands for Great Resilience in Texas. We decided that we wanted to implement this new program really to build and foster a network of small businesses across the state of Texas so that we can encourage peer-to-peer learning, share best practices, recruit businesses to participate in future research projects, and also just so that we can learn from them about what it means to be a resilient business in the state of Texas.
My name is Jimmy Yin. I am a licensed acupuncturist. I am the owner, CEO, founder of Achieve Integrative Health.
My name is Rebecca Acosta Ojeda. I am the founder and curator of Salon 112.
My name is Chris Snyder. I'm president of Texas Tito's.
I'm Irfan Apji. I'm one of the owners of Contractors.
My name is Argentina James, and you're in the home of HillDay Public Relations.
Hi, my name is JJ McGrath. I own and operate TekWav.
Hello, I am Amy Miller. I am the president and owner of Miller Consulting Services.
We're an internet service provider up here in Grayson County. We provide service via fixed wireless service. So that means we put little radios on top of towers or water tanks, wherever we can, and get vertical infrastructure. And we shoot beams down up to maybe 5-10 miles away. And we put little receivers on the outside of your house that bring the internet in and provide internet to the masses. We started off as an IT consultant business, and one thing led to another. People said we need internet. We looked, there was nothing to go out there at the very fringe edge of our county. We started from 0 clients to now we're over 2,000 clients right now. And we're trying to switch from a fixed wireless signal to try to do more fiber-based business. And so we've got 8,000 people that would love our service, and that's what we're working on right now to try to get more resources to expand our scope even more. Don't give up. Keep going after it. Like I mentioned earlier, working with your other local entrepreneurs, whether it's having a coffee with them, having lunch with them, dinner, going out to events with them, trying to talk to them. You need to make sure you have a good network of people that you can rely on and talk to them about your business and where you're struggling at. So I have people that are in my business circle that could be in the oil and gas industry, HVAC, restaurants. So I kind of get a good feel of what the local economy is kind of doing and how we can help each other out.
I have always had in the back of my mind to have a virtual team, but I never, really took the time to think about how to actually do it. Well, COVID forced me to figure it out. I pretty much lost 99% of my workforce, my employees. I had to pivot because there were so many people that needed help. I was only one person, I can only do so much. There's only 24 hours in a day. And so I needed to figure out how can I still serve these people that are wanting this help. And so then I, started thinking, okay, what could they do, right? Obviously, they can't do the treatments. I still have to do that. That's the in-person. And so I just had them take away everything that didn't involve actually touching patients. And so we have now a hybrid of a virtual team with a live in-house team. And we're up to about 20 team members now.
So we opened up in 2010. We started off with 2 people. Now it's 2023, and we have 24 employees. So the resiliency started especially during COVID. When we were working on public engagement, of course, the large infrastructure projects, construction continued to happen, but you still had to engage the public. So the resiliency, we used our creative team to actually begin to do meetings virtually and really stepping it up and recording and pushing information out in a way that our clients had never done and seen at a very high level. And actually we grew as a firm during COVID. So the resiliency for me was, I could have sat back and said, hey, we're going to close down, we're going to lay some folks off, we're going to do this, and because of COVID. But our clients needed us, and we were able to step up and respond. And because of that, we grew, and they just kept giving us more work. And they were like, well, who did that? And so it's HillDay.
So we are a professional services company in the engineering and oil and gas industry. So as far as what we do, sometimes it's hard to describe, but it's really technical documentation. We were able to practice resiliency through our collaboration. We have always had a culture of shared work and knowledge, and especially of personal development. Our key to collaboration isn't if you're located near me or far away. We've been teleworking since the 2000s. The key is to the relationship we build and then the knowledge we share. We build project teams on the fly for the best skills, for the best of people, and everyone is invested in the goal, which is success. And collaboration is exactly how we were resilient to survive this downturn. Right now, core values or giving back is a very hot and trendy topic, but we've had it for 23 years. It's the same, we have the same core values from the beginning to now. And the company has been a place where someone's gonna have a difficulty in life or go through something that truly they may lose their job. I've been able to employ them, adapt to those circumstances, and make sure they do keep their job and succeed. Catherine is a more recent example. I hired her at 6 months pregnant without exactly the direct experience, but she had the amazing analytical brain, and I knew she could develop. But for 23 years, it's been that history of finding the right person and then being able to help them through life and through challenges and help them to keep their job.
Salon 112 is a place where people come together and connect to become better versions of themselves. And oh yeah, we do great hair too. I know that what we do to serve people not only helps them look better, but also helps them feel better. And so I wanted to be able to stay connected with everyone. I knew that they weren't going to come into the salon. Everyone was on lockdown, but they needed to look good in all their Zoom calls. So I brought the hairspray and delivered it. Delivering, like I said, like that hope, in a shopping bag, being at their products. But it was also like receiving those orders, like creating the e-commerce and receiving the orders from people. Every day was like a hit of dopamine for me, and like hope that today is going to be a good day, and I just embrace that moment.
So we're a food manufacturer. We package acidified foods, which is a fancy way of saying pickled foods. A lot of our preparedness, including our continuity plan, is really a testament to our customers and their requirements that they put on us to ensure that we're able to provide them a steady supply of product under most any circumstances. So we had a lot of the plans in place, and again, that's a testament to our customers largely, who really drove that. And so we were able to use those as a foundation, pivot a little bit. Not many, if any, of those plans spoke specifically to a pandemic, but a lot of the fundamentals still applied. Submitting an application for the Grit Awards was kind of fun in that it was a reflective process to look back at some of the things that we did, some of the things we could have done better, and some of the things we did right. But going through that process, one of the things I realized, which I've known, is really just how much our employees were kind of the cornerstone of our preparedness, and their willingness to continue working, and despite a lot of the strains of the pandemic, just continue coming to work and performing. It's just that part was probably the most fun part for me, to realize that this was all done by our employees ultimately.
Contractors is a general contractor that deals with municipal, institutional, and commercial contracting. You really can't prepare for everything. So at the end of the day, it's about understanding or being internally ready to be able to face any situation that arises. If I was to look at it from a advice perspective, I think it's again being persistent. To have true grit, you've got to be able to hunker down and ride that challenge. And what comes to mind really is something that Bruce Lee said: be like water, be flexible, try and navigate through all the challenges with ease and grace, but when required, have the force to be able to break down barriers so that you can get to what you need to. First of all, we're very appreciative of Texas State University for this award. It so happened that when the awards got announced, we were looking at our core values. We had two separate core values. One was being flexible, and the other one was being persistent. And when the Grit Awards were announced, we realized that both of those need to be combined. And we changed those two core values into one, in having true grit. So having an award not only changed, our perspective, but also brought us into realizing, right, that we have roots in the South, and true grit, or true Texas grit, is very Southern. So it resonates very well with us.